What am I looking? Straight ahead? Yeah. Coach, look, a little bit more breathing room in a best of five. You want to get game one. What encourages you? What concerns you about what you saw in game one? I think we battled hard. I thought it was a good hockey game. Could some calls gone our way? Sure they could have, but I'm not going to complain about the refs. I got to be a better person, I was told. So I'm going to be calm right now about it. But I like the way we competed. We battled. We rolled too young to quit, right? They didn't stop. So those guys, I think they believe it, and we believe it. We can get them, stay with them for the whole three periods, and we'll give them a good game Saturday. You got an interesting dynamic in that you have great veteran leadership, but you really rely on the younger guys on the offensive side of things. So Pro gave you guys a spark, but how do you manage a team like that, right? Where you need the young guys offensively, but the veterans are there to lead. Yeah, it's not always easy. You got to have your obviously our young guys are the guys that are putting up the points, but I don't want to tire them out. It's a long series, so you got to count on that. They're getting Cruikshank, Strom to give you some shifts, which they did. And then Leeson and his line were all right. Milton, he showed all right. So no complaints there. I think we battled. We played well, all four lines. We just got to figure out the way to beat this guy.
What do you make of the physicality so far in game one?
It's fine. Like, it was good. I didn't like the mauling of AC there, Crystal, and the rabbit punch when he went down, and then 3 or 4 cross checks. And there's no extra call. But, I mean, I'm not a referee, so they got a hard job to do.
It's the 11th time you guys have seen this team. Did you learn anything new about them?
We just got to battle. We just got to compete like we did, and we got to be physical with them. We got to make their D turn, and I thought we did a real good job of that.
You're familiar with this team. They like to turn defense to offense, beat you guys on the rush, and they had a few goals there. What's the plan?
Well, it's sometimes that one kind of, I don't know if he was screened on it, the first one, so that's an innocent play. We got numbers back. It's not like they beat us down ice or anything, or and the other one was just it was a wrist shot, screened on the ice and went through his legs. So we take those two away, and all of a sudden we're going into overtime right now.
And with Mersha, you faced him a few times. Is there an adjustment, maybe looking for better shots, quality shots?
No, we just the biggest thing with him is we know he's good, and so is our goal. But it's getting in his eyes, getting in the net front, maybe bump him a little bit, and get into those gray areas a little more. I think we always do a better job at that. But I liked our game, and I liked our compete, and I'm not worried about anything.
Coach, what went into giving Milton Gastrin a jersey tonight?
Well, I think the first game too, and they weren't dressing any like real heavies, so it was a good time to get him in. He's been skating fine in practice and that, so I'm sure he was a little nervous, but I think he looked all right. So I'll look at some video, look at the lines for tomorrow, and see who we have to put in or take out.
Sonny Milano was listed as unavailable. Can you walk us through what
happened?
Well,
it's one of those illnesses, and there's no point in putting him in when you're not feeling good. And some guys need to be feeling 100% before they can produce, right? So we'll see. Well, he's seeing the doctor, and we'll figure out what's going on with him.
Coach, you've talked about leaning on the veterans and the young players. Miroshnichenko is kind of a player that's in between that young in age, but he's been here for 3 years now. Is there some frustration when he kind of takes a passion penalty there to give them their power play that leads to the third goal?
I thought he was one of our better forwards. He was working hard today. He was physical, shooting pucks, making things happen. Take a penalty like that, we should be able to kill it with our PK. Sometimes you don't, but I'm not going to tell guys not to play physical or play hard.
You put in Leon Mugley today as well, along with Milton Gastrin. That's two 19-year-olds in their first Calder Cup playoff game. You talked about Gastrin already. How'd you like Mugley's play putting him in for John McDonald?
He was fine. Again, this is what we're trying to do with these kids. Put them in a position to see where they're at. And, you play all year, you're with the team all year, and then you don't play in the playoffs. You got to put guys in there to see whether this is what we do, right? We try to make these guys better hockey players. So, we'll talk amongst each other in there with development guys and management, and we'll see who we keep in and who we take up.
A lot of Bears players have relationships with Alex Alexiev. Sometimes that friendship, can that make guys a little bit more feisty after the whistle with their friends? Have you noticed that before in your career?
Yeah, I just didn't have a lot of friends on the teams. These guys never traded away, but yeah, it's always. But this is playoff hockey, even Triniev, I think at the end of pro was one of them, had him in a headlock, and that's fine. They know each other, but they'll still play physical on the time.
On the note of penalties, it's an emotional time. You don't want to you don't want to win the battle, lose the war. There's sort of that message. You don't want to take those penalties. And
Yeah, obviously we want to stay out of the box if they have a good power play, but I don't want to take away from us being physical, being hard on guys. And, it's an extra cross check or face rub or whatever it is, a slash after the whistle. It is what it is. It's playoff hockey.
We'll take maybe one more finger and we'll sit here, guys.
Good. All right.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.